Hey everybody, welcome back to the Talos Principle. We are going into World C2, so let's take a look at what we have here. Lots of recorder stuff, boxes, connectors. Let's go. We also have that new element that we haven't quite discovered yet. You know what, I'll do this first for this area. Family.html. For those of you who have faithfully followed this blog for the last 5 years, I just wanted to give you one final update. I'm going to spend my remaining time with my family. Yeah, I know. There are probably 50 plus posts about all the problems I've had with them. But in the end, they are my family. They're the people I grew up with, the people I care about, the people I love. Sure, they annoy the hell out of me. They've said awful things to me, and I've said awful things to them. But that doesn't change who we are. In fact, if we didn't care about each other, this stuff wouldn't upset us. Do I still think they were wrong? Yeah, absolutely. Would I behave differently if I thought we all still had a lot of time? Definitely. But we don't, so I'd rather spend a couple weeks sitting on the porch with my parents and my sisters and being angry and alone. Besides, it's not like we're going to fight about my job prospects anymore. If you can, try to make peace with those you love. It's your last chance. Thanks for reading. Yeah, I suppose the impending apocalypse would shift our priorities quite a bit, wouldn't it? Lastdays.email. From Alan Jameson, Institute for Applied Pneumatics, to Fran. Subject, Last Days. You know what the oddest thing is about all this? We're not constantly fighting, having nervous breakdowns, screaming at each other. We're actually really polite and focused. And we spend most of our time debating the nature of humanity and how we can best succeed at probably the most ambitious thing anyone's ever tried. Like it was completely normal, like that's just how people are. I feel like we've turned into Star Trek characters or something. I guess, what's the point of it doing anything else? Getting angry isn't going to help. But I didn't expect to feel like this at all. And you know what? It's awesome. Many greetings and good luck, Alan. P.S. Love from George. There was a George Jameson on the list of people with Ian, although I don't know how they're related. Let's do this one first. This one involves the least amount of stuff. Cemetery. Okay. We've got a receiver, as well as one of these buzzer things. Oh, a bunch of these buzzer things. Whoa. Alright, this is going to be a doozy, I'm guessing. Let's see what we got here. Still have yet to find a transmitter here. We've got a box. Does this thing go all the way over? No, it just stops there. Wait, is that a... yeah, there's a transmitter. It's right here. Okay. So somehow... okay, we don't have to worry about going through that. We will have to worry about going through these two, though. I'm curious how long this one is. Pretty long. So I'm going to go and block one of the buzzers. Like this. Okay, that should be fine. No! Oh, wow, so it does open even if you don't block the thing. Okay, so we have another door here to open. Alright, I'm just gonna... okay. Come on. No! Okay, come on. Let's do this. Oh, wait, that's gotta open first, and then that... oh, okay, that makes things a little more interesting, doesn't it? Okay. Wow, that is like perfectly timed. Either I'm just really bad at aiming these things, or this really is meant to... okay. Let me try... that. So maybe this being open longer will allow for this to work. Okay, so that's gonna go, and then this is gonna go, right? Okay. Now, Oh, come on! I was about to run through! Like, I was running. You guys saw that, right? Okay, ready? Oh, for crying out loud. It's just by a hair. It's by a hair. You guys saw that, right? Okay. Is there something special about this one that's just making it a pain, or is that... I'm just wondering if there's an even better way to do this. I mean, this is pretty much as close as it gets, right? Oh, for crying out loud. This is... Alright, maybe we just need to... Oh, wait a minute. I've got an idea. I'm wondering if we can place... Wait, no, I don't know if that's even going to work. I was thinking maybe we could place the box on top of one of these and then have the thing be there, but then I realized that's probably not going to work, isn't it? But you know what might work? I just realized this, and this is silly, but wondering, can we reach... We can't... Oh wait, but that's still going to go through there, of course. Why is that showing up as... There, okay. Does that make any difference? I'm just wondering. I think this is going to be worse, right? Yeah. Is there something else to this puzzle? Like, is there more to this than I'm seeing? There's this thing over here, and I'm still at a loss as to what the point of... Wait a minute. Wait, there's more over here! Wow, okay. Way to go, JB. Okay, let's do this. Alright, so that's gonna get blocked, but... Wait, we need to get the other one. Okay. We're gonna get our act together here, guys, somehow. Okay, so we need to get that. Okay. So let's do this, where we put this over there. Like that. Let's see what's in here. Okay. Ooh, okay, good. Another box. So this should theoretically allow us to block both of the buzzers, right? Because we don't really need to worry about this guy anymore. This guy, we can just keep at bay over here. Alright, so this wasn't that hard. I was making it ridiculously silly. Okay, stop doing that. Let's just focus on this. The buzzers are at bay, and we can finally get in here. Very clever how this got set up, such that it was impossible without doing that. Alright. Go through the little gates. Alright, what's next? There's this... Well, it kind of looks like a church, but it has some... I don't know if I should call it modern architecture. It almost looks like a rotary telephone dial. Ooh, we got stuff here. Question. Suppose everything here serves a precise role in some grand scheme. How would we explain that? Sheep. It's obviously like a digital time capsule, an electric library of all the crazy stuff the humans ever did, left behind to warn other species to stay well away. So what happened to them? Sheep. Same thing that happens to everyone. They existed and then they didn't, and they probably wouldn't do it all over again. Nietzsche. Assuming that's a reference to Friedrich Nietzsche. Elohim is inconsistent. I don't trust him. Yes, man. More like, no man. Wait a minute, what's that? Okay, I guess that's nothing. Alright, so what's next? What's the next thing that we can do that's probably the least complicated? I'm gonna do... Let's do this one. The short wall. So this has a recorder, and it has this new element that we've been seeing here. Take platform. Platform can be used to have something carried on it. Huh. So what would be the point of this thing? Let's read this. What does it matter that I scribble my contempt on these walls if I am still surrounded by them? Dog. So we can go up here. Then there's this, which guards the sigil, but there's no jammer or any way to actually disable it via a connector with a beam. So it's not too hard to see what's going on here. We need to use the platform to carry ourselves via a recorded version of ourselves. So in other words, I'm going to start the recorder, I'm going to carry this thing over here to this. I'm going to allow myself to get on it, carry it over here to this, jump off, go through here because I can't fit under that. And then I'm going to go over here, pick myself up, and then go over to this area. Let's give it a try. Oh, I have to drop it first. That makes sense. Alright, so we're going to run over here first. Just wait here for a few seconds. Alright, and then we're going to go here. Wait a few seconds. Go over here. Wait a few seconds. And then finally, we're going to go over here. Very interesting exercise in plotting out your moves and whatnot. Alright, so hopefully I'll be enough time. Thankfully we've got auto jump. Okay. There we go. And now it's just a matter of going over here. There we go. That wasn't so bad. That's a neat little mechanism. I like it. Cool. Okay, well, let's go over... Is there anything here? There's something here. This one involves a lot of different things. So I guess you could say that's probably the most complex. So let's go over to this one. This one only involves 3. Rapunzel. Alright. Looks like we've got a bunch of arches here. And a ladder. And we've got a couple of pressure plates, as well as a sigil behind both. So that's pretty cool. Alright, and we've got another pressure plate that allows us to go through that. One over here that leads to a recorder. And let's see, is there anything else? Any boxes? Looks like there's boxes over there. At least one box. Alright, so we need to figure out here, the immediate concern is how to get in there. Or over to the other one. Looks like we can drop down. Okay, there's 2 of them here. That's nice. Okay, so let's smuggle these out. Smuggle and juggle. Put that there. Alright, so ultimately, it looks like what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to hand up these boxes up top so that we can actually use at least one on the button. If we do that, at the very least we can use the recorder to get past the next one. But there's a bit of an issue here because we need to figure out how that's possible. Let's see, can we get... Oh, here we go. So we can go over here. I think what I'm going to do... Let's see, is there a... Yeah, there is a platform here. I'm going to leave this over there. I'm going to take this... Do this guy here. Wait a minute. I'm going to leave this here like this because I need to put the cube on this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let the cube rest here. We'll let it sit there. And then I'm going to go over here, jump on this, and then jump high so I can grab it from the top. And hopefully that will work. Sound good? Sounds good. Alright, let's do this. Of course I need to actually grab this. No! I want you to carry it. Silly. There we go. Hurry, hurry, hurry. There we go. Gotcha. Okay, good. So now it's just a matter of getting the, Okay, good. That's still there. So now I'll just use the recorder to get myself up over here, hold down the button, and allow myself in. Alright, that should be enough time. And go. Alright, that wasn't so bad. Cool. Alright, let's get out of there. So what's this last area that we still have to go through here? We've got a square with a recorder, platform, cube, and connector. Oof, okay. Let's do this. A ditch and a fence. Let's see, anything there? It looks like a fence. We've got a blue connector, or blue transmitter. We've got a connector here. Then we've got a platform, the recorder, and a cube. We got a fan. Oh, we've got a star in there. Where's the sigil, though? Is it behind? Okay, it's behind there, but there's also a purple wall emancipation grill thingy. And if I remember correctly, this puzzle was very, very confusing. Mainly because I don't remember being able to wrap my head around recorders quite yet. So, let me see if I can remember how to do this one. So I think ultimately what you have to do is you have to get the blue beam over the fence to get into here. And to do that, I think what you have to do is you have to get the... well, first of all, you have to actually make the... either you stand here... Let me see if I can figure this out. You have to... ultimately what you're trying to do is you're trying to put the connector on the thing being carried. The platform thing. I think that's what you're having to do. But, I think you're also having to stand on it. Hang on. Let me see if I can figure out how to do this. Let's just try a few things. I don't know. Let's just see. I suppose what we could do is we could put the cube on it, and then we could put the connector on top of that. I think that's the answer. Let's try that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, do this. Grab you, put you here. Still not high enough. Maybe if we stand up above the, Oh, wait. Wait. We need to leave the cube out here, so it's actually, okay, so we can actually jump on it and then hold up the thing. That's how you do it. Alright, let's do that again. I wasn't thinking fourth dimensionally there. Alright, so we stand here, we put the stuff on, so this is going to take a few minutes to do that. Or a few seconds, and then we'll go over here on top of this, and we'll just stand up here for a while. And if I'm not mistaken, this should be high enough. I mean, look at the height that we're getting off of this. Alright, hopefully that's enough. So let's give it a whirl. So we shouldn't need 2 connectors as far as I know. There we go. Cool. Oh, we can't get to the star.
Your wisdom grows.
Thanks.
But be wary of temptation.
Okay, so we can go back through that, which is nice. I guess now that's over, so we can't go over there. So how are we going to get over here? Well, it looks like there's a path that goes through that way. And I actually forgot how to do this one, so we're going to have to figure this out here on the fly. So we can go back through here. I'm wondering if this has something to do with it, because this seems like a very likely candidate for getting over something. But if it does, then either there's a really interesting space where we can do that, which I don't see if it is the case. I'm not sure. I don't think there's some hidden receiver somewhere. I don't think that's part of the solution. But this is definitely suspicious. I don't know. That just looks a little weird to me. So let me think about this for a minute. Well, maybe it would be high enough. Let's try it out. So if we were to put the box over here, and then I were to jump on the platform, and then jump on that. Yeah, I mean, I suppose that would be possible, right? Let's give it a shot. So we'll open that. I don't think we would even need to use the blue thing, right? So basically, I would put the box on the platform, and then I would jump on the box. Does that make sense? So then I would go, after that, I would go up here. Then I would jump up high, you know, so I can get myself over the fence. That should be enough clearance. And then that should be it, right? I think that's good. Let's give it a shot. There you go. Alright. Alright. We didn't even need to do the jumping part of it. And we can use the fan to get back. Perfect. Alright, so that should be all for World C2. Not a bad one overall. We were able to get everything done pretty quickly. So next time, we're going to go on to World C3. And see what wonders await us there. Let's check this place out. This has a lot of fan-related puzzles. No recording going on, but they all have fans, boxes, and connectors. So, just like old times. So we'll do that next time. Thank you all so much for watching once again. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to hit that like button. Always good to know that you're enjoying the content, that I'm doing something right here on the channel. And either way, I will catch you on the flip side. So take care, and I will see you then.